Hey superheroes, and welcome to yet another experience we hope will change the world we call the Tube, and that's what's under our capes tonight. Facebook's creepy experiment, a YouTube movie produced by FBI, a huge scam on Kickstarter, Apple markets the iPhone as a tool for good parenting, the Social Watch, and more, but let's start with the not-so-human body. And we start this show in our favorite place, the future. We now live in it. The US Food and Drug Administration has approved ReWalk, a robotic exoskeleton that allows paralyzed people to walk again. Patients that are paralyzed from the waist down will once again be free to move about without having to use a wheelchair. The Israeli company founder, Amit Gofer, started developing the device in 2001 after an accident in an all-terrain vehicle left him paralyzed. He funded Argo Medical Technologies to create a patented product that would enable persons with spinal cord injuries to walk again. The device has been available in Europe since 2012. Claire Lamas, a paralyzed British woman, made headlines that year when she completed the London Marathon in 16 days using a ReWalk model. Here's a peek into this amazing technology. Wow, indeed, we'll keep talking about the exoskeleton next week here on the Tube. And now, Facebook routinely adjusts its users' newsfeed. We know that, but last week, Facebook revealed something dramatic. The company manipulated news feeds of over 500,000 randomly selected users to change the number of positive and negative posts they saw. It was part of a psychological study to examine how emotions can be spread on social media. Catching a glimpse of the puppet masters who play with the data trails we leave online is, well, always disorienting. And yet there's something new level creepy about this Facebook study. It was quickly condemned by both researchers and users. I wonder if Facebook killed anyone with their emotion manipulation stunt at their scale. And with depressed people out there, it's, well, possible, wrote privacy activist Lauren Weinstein on Twitter. So, is Facebook a weapon to manipulate people's minds? What is the amount of effect Facebook has on our mood? Or maybe we are just a bit too paranoid. With us to answer these and other questions is Haaretz correspondent Johnny Silver. Good evening.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. So, tell me, Facebook, did they lose their minds?
I am appalled, Jason.
You're
I'm
appalled?
appalled by people who find this a surprise. Come on, Facebook, we know it. That's what they do. They manipulate your feed. If you look at your feed and you think you're seeing the truth, and you think of what you're seeing is what your friends are actually thinking, actually saying,
I don't know, I mean, doing research is one thing, but understanding what makes me sad,
yeah,
that's hardcore.
kind of feels like you're the ant and Facebook is the kid with the giant magnifier, right?
Okay, so, but let me ask you even more basically, why?
Well, that's a very good question.
Thank you.
And let me tell you why.
Yeah, help
if
me.
If you're a technician, if you're a data engineer, and suddenly you have all this power that the internet, that a user-based service with millions and millions of users at your fingertips, and you can do anything that your crazy imagination lets you do. wouldn't you run all the experiments you could? Of course you could.
Well, if I was a doctor, I would try and do experiments, and they would be legal and, completely transparent. If I was into making money, on the other side, I would just try and see, how I can manipulate with what I have to make more money. Is that the case?
I think it's more than that. It's basic human. You're curious. It's curiosity.
Mark Zuckerberg is curious. That's the answer.
Mark Zuckerberg didn't do it. It's the engineers who they have like an hour or two to kill every day.
So it's not an official thing, you say?
It is an official thing.
Okay.
But this is one thing. It happened for 1 week in January of 2012. But Facebook is tweaking your feed every day, every hour. And they're doing it they call it optimizing the feed. But they're curious people with a lot of data. And you can be data greedy.
Okay, so what other options of manipulation are there?
Let me tell you about the good things we can do with, let's zoom out and let's say that this thing is called big data. You have mind-boggling amounts of information that no human could process, but suddenly you have computers that they can process all this huge amount of information. And out of this huge amount of information, patterns arise if you run the right questions at the computer. And you can learn a lot of things. And people use it for good. There's a dating site for geeks called OkCupid, and they answer questions like, what's the best camera with which to take pictures of yourself so you could get more responses.
Okay.
Turns out it's an iPhone camera.
Okay.
So this is interesting. It can be used for your benefit, but it doesn't have to be used for your benefit.
Yeah, but what you just described, first of all, it can be a weapon. Okay.
Not a weapon, but you can be like a guinea pig, a test subject, and you would never know it.
Wow, but you know what? So if you are right, and I'm listening to your tone, that's very, indifferent. So why is everybody so surprised about it?
I think that the level of let's back up and say that Facebook the data wasn't discovered accidentally. They boasted about it in a scientific magazine. They said, look at what the things we can do. They didn't think that you'd be angry. It's
wow.
They miscalculated.
So is it official? Facebook does not care about its users?
Facebook cares about its users very much, but it doesn't think that you're the user. You're the fuel that runs the system, that you're being used. And by the way, whenever you get a service for free, it's an old saying in the internet, if it's for free, you're the product.
I'm the product.
You're being sold to, for example, people who want to sell products, and they have so much information about you that they can get the product to the right person.
Yeah, but then I understand. But how can I understand that. That's why this survey was so surprising, because it's not about a product, it's about psychology. It's about manipulating my mind. But how can I avoid being part of it? Just leave Facebook, that's it?
Log out.
Log out, that's it?
Log out.
No privacy issues, I can... nothing, I have no control. Hands behind my back.
Look, when you're looking at your feed, you know you have no control over it. And oftentimes you look at the feed and you say, this is really boring.
I know.
Why are we watching this? And it's like television. You know, Mark Zuckerberg said it a month ago. He said, I think that Facebook is the new TV. And let me expand on it. Facebook is the new TV in the way that you can't control what you're seeing. It makes you happy or sad or patriotic or whatever. You can't control it. And it's boring.
Wow, internet, you became sadder today. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Are you having any... Thank you very much. Okay. Are you having any plans of becoming a Chinese spy? If you said yes, the FBI wants to have a word with you on their YouTube page. The FBI uploaded a video to their YouTube page called Game of Pawns. The FBI typically posts clips from press conferences about its efforts to bust child sex slavery rings, or videos detailing new additions to its famous most wanted list. This particular clip is something wholly new. The half-hour-long movie is a dramatization aimed at educating young American college students about whether or not they should become Chinese spies. Here is a clip from that, well, awesome movie.
Most Westerners make no attempt to truly understand us.
Most Westerners have never lived here.
True. We would like to help you with your education.
Do you want to help me?
Yes. We know that Shanghai is a very expensive city. We would like to help you by giving you a stipend.
A stipend.
Yes, a quarterly sum to help you with your expenses while you remain in the country.
Do you want me to write more papers?
Perhaps. We mainly want you to focus on your studies. Consider it a 奖学金,
A scholarship.
a scholarship. Your country helps promising students, yes? We do the same thing. Will you allow us to help you?
The entire thing is based on a true story and is aimed at convincing American college students studying abroad that at some point the government of whatever country they're studying in will probably attempt to turn them into anti-American spies. Yeah, scary. Now, tried looking for your car keys recently? Want something that will help you locate all your stuff? Well, you probably won't do that with iFind. WeTag, the startup behind iFind, began a Kickstarter campaign to raise $25,000, building what was promised to be a tiny device called iFind that could be used with a smartphone app to quickly locate misplaced items. Despite a lot of questions being raised around the authenticity of their project, WeTag managed to raise over $550,000, almost $500,000 from backers worldwide in just a few days. Various news publications picked on the story and warned their readers about the possibility of a grand-scale scam. Then came Kickstarter and kicked the project from their site. An apology was sent to backers and their money returned. WeTag claims and insists this project was and is not a scam. Shame we can't tag the truth to find it when it's lost. Okay, want to play a video game written by the best-selling fantasy author and nerd superstar Neil Gaiman? Well then, you live in the right times. Wayward Manor, a puzzle adventure game from developer of The Odd Gentleman and renowned horror fantasy author Neil Gaiman, will be released on PC and Mac on July 15th. Set in the 1920s in Wayward Manor, you play a ghost who's trying to reclaim its house from its new owners, the Budds family. As The Odd Gentleman explains the game, in each level you'll have to use observation, discovery, and puzzle solving to scare the Budds, earn enough fear to take back control of the room, and eventually the manor. Just like in real life. Have fun. You will. And now for the most talented man we've seen on the internet this week, a role model to us all. Yes, here's a guy wearing his pants. Yeah, no comment. Let's move on. On a new episode of Glove and Boots, internet puppets Fafa and Mario rant about and explain how clickbait headlines are ruining the internet. You won't believe what happened next.
Clickbaiting means using misleading, emotionally charged headlines to get attention, like this one.
You won't believe what happens next. It will blow your mind and be the best part of your day.
And the boy clicked the link and shared it with his friends.
Hey guys, get in here. Look at this.
But the link did not blow their minds, nor was it the best part of their day.
It's alright, but meh.
Which means whoever's writing those headlines is a dirty f***ing liar. If every headline reads the best thing you'll ever see, we stop trusting them after a while. Which is sad, because if these sites continue to cry wolf, we won't believe them when something really important happens.
Hey guys, get in here! You have to see this! Seriously! Oh, no!
But no one came because clickbaiting headlines stink and don't merit our attention. So the boy who cried wolf got eaten by a horrible monster named Luis.
Seriously?
Yeah, sorry.
Louis the Monster burped on us. Sorry, viewers, that was not intentional. You know, all these and just never click it. So simple, so easy. Don't click it. Don't be manipulated. And that's it. This show is over. Thank you very much for watching. Log on to our Twitter and then to our Tumblr. It's TheTube24. And always remember, especially when you're down, even if you fall on your face, you're still moving forward. You see, that's optimism from me to you. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.